What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, giving you that sports stimulus package. Okay. Steven Jackson, okay, a guy that I'm familiar with, had the pleasure of seeing and meeting. This guy, man, this guy goes on, his social media outlet and says, Khris Middleton is the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks. Dog, you couldn't be any more wrong, okay? Giannis is the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, Giannis may not be the closer of the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, Giannis may not be the best shooter on the Milwaukee Bucks. But Giannis is the main reason why that team dominates and win games. Giannis is the main reason why that team gets 60-plus wins. Giannis is the main reason why that team got to the finals even this year, okay? Now, I put it in a Shaq and Kobe reference for you. Shaq wasn't the closer. Shaq couldn't close games. He needed a guy like Kobe or, let's say, Allen Iverson, a perimeter player that could get his own shot off to close games. But the thing around that was Shaq was still the most dominant and the main guy on that team. He was still viewed as the alpha on that team. Now, I would tell you this much. With the Milwaukee Bucks, they have an alpha problem. All those guys, they play good on that team, but there's really no true alpha. There's a most dominant player, and that's Giannis. That makes him the best because he's the best rebounder, the best defensive player, and he's the best scorer if you're just looking at going to the basket, post-up moves, and being the most unstoppable is Giannis, okay? When it's full steam, who you want to give the ball to, okay? A go-to shot, who you want to give the ball to. If it's the fourth quarter, you may say Khris Middleton, if it's a closeout moment. But basketball is more than closeout moments. Basketball is a whole 48-minute game. Whatever you do prior to that closeout moment, through those 3.5 quarters, counts. Because that's what leads to the closeout moment. And you can't get there without Giannis. All right? So he puts you in that position to do that. But I would say this much. Khris Middleton is the best shooter on that team in terms of closing. It could be debatable with him and Drew Holiday. But Giannis is not really a true alpha neither to me because he gets bailed out too much, more than a number one should be getting bailed out. Okay? He gets bailed out more than any number one in NBA history right now. All right? Any. Oh, okay? If you got thoughts on LeBron James being bailed out a lot, well, it's nothing compared to Giannis. Because LeBron did hit game-winning shots in the playoffs. Giannis don't even get there. You know what I mean? It's to a point where, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a number one masquerading as a number two. They still need that really number one guy. A guy that could dominate the game from beginning to end. Giannis could only dominate the game for the most part from 3.5 quarters. But if the game close, it's going to be hard for him to close. And he's going to need to rely on the Khris Middletons, Drew Holidays, or anybody else that could hit an open shot. So we're going to chop this up a little more. But I would say, no, it's still Giannis. I know we got a little disrespect for Giannis. He gets a little criticism, this, that, and the third. But Giannis is the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks, even though he has limited offensive skill set. But he's still the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks, dog, period. And we're going to chop it up, do an NBA Finals preview. We're going to do everything NBA Finals. We got a lot to chop up. This is a big NBA Finals for both Giannis and Chris Paul. Will Giannis even play in this year's NBA Finals? I hope he does. Because, it's going to be hard for him just to sit on that sideline playing in the biggest game of your life, biggest series of your life. Because this is it for you. All right? Maybe not forever, but this could be it for you. All right? You may never get here again. There's no guarantee you're going to get here next year. This could be a fluke season for both of these teams. You better get that championship while you got a chance now. And both of these teams should be playing hard. But what do you think? I shouldn't even be asking this question, but you'd be surprised. Is Khris Middleton the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks? Are you agreeing with Steven Jackson? I know I'm not. But are you? Prince Sports out. Keep it 3,000 and I'm out.